sapito hembra puso muchos huevos en un estanque.
De uno de los huevos nació Tomás, el pequeño renacuajo.
Luego de unos días, a Tomás le creció la cola.
Learning to read is the most important process in the education of children. It is an essential ability for all future learning and more.
Su cola se reducía.
Reading not only provides us with information, it also entertains. It shapes us. It makes us think and analyze. It stimulates the imagination and gives us pleasure.
Porque cuando lees, sientes que estás ahí todito mirando lo que pasa. Cuando estoy leyendo, encuentro mucha información. Un día estaba leyendo un libro y encontré sobre los piojos. Leo mucho.
¿Pero qué pasa cuando lees bastante?
Me emociono.
Children acquire the minimum abilities to reading comprehension in school between the ages of 6 and 7. However, in Latin America, an alarming percentage of children are not learning to read adequately. According to international evaluations, Latin American children are in the last places in the world in terms of reading comprehension.
Le gustaba el san acá mi pletamos, pero que en 12 se entenco y su tu mo lo te ma al te pa sa ra po r e l k n p y k pa s to f e.
If a child doesn't learn to read during the first years of school, the problem accompanies him for the rest of his life. That is why teaching children to read and reading practice has to be a priority in national educational policy. One way to accomplish this is by establishing standards or goals for reading learning.
Of course it is important to have a standard, a reference of what children should achieve with regard to fluency, grade by grade. This is a standard that allows the teacher to track the level of progress of his or her class. If a child should be reading 50 words in a minute and can only read 10 words, this child needs special assistance.
In 2005, the World Bank carried out a research project on learning to read and produced a video. In it, they presented the undeniable relationship that exists between reading fluency and comprehension. It proposed reading standards for Latin America. A child that completes first grade should be easily able to read 30 words in a minute. And on finishing second grade, this should be 60 words in 60 seconds, and so on until adult fluency is finally achieved.
Today, I would like to show you the video.
In Peru, the NGO Solaris learnt of the investigation and saw the video.
What impacted us the most of this standard was that it was very simple to measure, and parents could understand it easily.
They decided to perform a reading measurement, applying the standard in 6 of the Peruvian public schools they worked with. They were confident the results would be favorable. But they discovered that the children did not know how to read correctly.
The children were not reading fluently, nor did they understand what they were reading.
The poor results obtained motivated them to identify the problems and deficiencies in their methodology. Without losing time, they initiated a strategy change in which they gave priority to the time given to reading, both in the classroom and out of it. They established a reading time for all primary school grades that included guided reading practice, reading in pairs between higher grade children and students from lower grades, reading for pleasure, word games for initial grades. They involved the parents in reading practice, informing them of the use of the standards and the application of the reading measurement. They joined forces to implement a better school library and promoted the lending of books for children to take home. The use of standards by grade and reading measurement twice a semester was incorporated among other actions. Three months after the first test, they applied a second reading measurement.
Había una vez una vaca llamada Rebeca. A ella le gustaba pasear por el campo y comer pasto fresco.
Un día Rebeca se enfermó y su dueño la llevó al veterinario.
El doctor le dijo que Rebeca se había enfermado por comer pasto sucio. Desde ese día, cuando Rebeca sale al campo, el dueño ve el pasto que ella come.
The progress made was remarkable.
¿Te acuerdas cómo se llamaba la vaca?
Rebeca. Rebeca.
¿Por qué se enfermó?
Porque comió el pasto sucio. Se enfermó por comer pasto sucio. Por comer pasto sucio.
¿Y a dónde le llevó el dueño?
Al veterinario.
Al veterinario.
¿Qué es lo que hace el dueño cada vez que Rebeca sale al campo?
Ve que tiene que comer pasto limpio.
Porque si no, ¿qué pasa?
Se enferma de él.
Muy bien.
In this short period, the change in strategy brought about significant advances in all the schools. The students' reading fluency increased by an average of 30%, and if it appeared that they had only concentrated on reading fluency, the most important progress was in reading comprehension, which improved by an average of 43%.
More fluency provides better comprehension. This has been proven many years ago. If they take too long to decipher a word, if they're saying butterfly, when they finish the word, they have to go back and read it again, and they will have forgotten what they read before. It's as simple as that.
With these standards, parents feel that they have a valuable tool.
Now it is different, because she understands what she is reading, and at the speed she reads, she understands it all. I now have an idea how much my daughter is learning, what her progress is.
My hope was that he would read 60 words, but Alexis read 78 words in a minute, and he understands what he reads.
Incorporating learning goals in their strategies has allowed Solaris to know how much and in what way their students are improving. It also indicates to them how teachers are advancing.
I believe that the most important thing for the teachers was to discover what they were capable of doing, the sensation of feeling capable of achieving results. The second most valuable thing was discovering that, together with the parents and the children, they could see the results and say, "Hey, look how we have progressed." The sensation that the school is not so lost and is able to meet the goals is, I think, the most valuable aspect of the standard.
This experience in Peru confirms that it is possible to transform education in our region. Maybe the adequate teaching of reading does not resolve all the problems related to educational quality, but it is without doubt a good start. We must remember that education is not only a need, it is also a right, and reading is the main tool required to obtain it.
Colorín colorado, este cuento se acabó. O terminó.